How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. I'm your host, Jesse Morgan, aka Slammerella, and today we actually have another Demonia boots unboxing, a little bit earlier than I was expecting, but they also had an Easter sale where you got 50% off, so I was able to actually pick up another pair sooner than I was expecting, so that's awesome. And I got a pretty cool pair, I think. I've only seen one other person on YouTube review these, and it was pretty quick, and I think it was quite a while ago. So here we go. Here's the big ass box from Demonia, wrapped up. I got some packing slips and stuff on here. So let's take that off. Got a nice big elastic on here. I'm probably gonna slap myself with. Nope. Okay, good. So that was holding that on there. Says grateful AF. I guess they're happy we bought some. And apparently you can take a picture of you with the boots to enter into a contest to win a free pair or $200 gift card. So maybe I'll do that. We are shoe freaks. Sure, I could use another pair of Demonias. Hell yeah. And then packing slip. Don't need that. Alright, so here we go. Another Demonia box to go through here. And again, they are individually wrapped. So let's take them out. And these ones do have some spikes on them, so they took some precaution and put some safety foam on there. Pretty excited for these. Look at the fucking platforms on these. At least a good 2 inches taller, which, you know, I guess I'm now going to be 6'1", 6'2". Gone. Ready? All right. Yeah, these things have some spikes on them, let me tell you. Holy shit. Like, almost half the size of my thumb. All right, this is gonna fall. So yeah, got some spikes on this, let me tell you. Pretty cool. And then, since I like the metal plates on the other boots so much, these also have a giant square metal plate here. It's a little rounded on mine. The other person's was complaining that it was like flat right across. So I'm kind of happy that this one's actually rounded, but it's pretty thin. You could easily just bend it to the shape you need it. And then of course, this is steel toe, and it is a revealed steel toe, which is cool. So you can see it right on the end of the toe cap. These, now looking at them, not only do they look kind of Frankenstein-y, but tell me you don't think of Griff from Back to the Future 2 when you see these. Hey, McFly! Those things don't work on water? Not unless you got power! So, yeah. Definitely going to have a bit of a Griff feel with these added on top of my Frankenstein feel. But, yeah. These are about as heavy as the other ones, but it's probably because of all the metal plating and spikes. And the buckles are slightly different. These ones actually say Demonia on them, and they've got a spring over top of a metal pole thingy in there. And then this extra random strap on the side that doesn't go to the inside, just a random decorative strap on there, because these boots don't have enough straps, you know. So, okay, enough gushing over them. Let's take a look. The quality looks pretty good. The stitching looks pretty good. There's nothing coming apart. It's really hard to see with this bright YouTube light in my eyeballs, but yeah, the toe cap, it's got a little bit of scuffs on it. But again, and I said this in my last video, if you're going to complain about the scuffs and the wear and tear from these kind of boots and want them to look like they've never been worn, then maybe just don't buy them and never wear any, because the more you use these boots, the more you walk around outside and actually get out of your house for a bit with these boots, the more they're going to wear, the more they're going to tear, the more they're going to scuff, the more they're going to look lived in and used. So don't complain about scuffs. They're just going to get scuffed anyways. The only reason that I could think of that you could possibly complain about that for is if you're trying to have these pristine, like super duper pristine, for like alternative or goth or metal photo shoots. But even then, come on. Age and wear adds character to boots, especially if you're into cosplay or steampunk or post-apocalyptic cosplay or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not complaining about any of the scuffs on here. And if you're going for the pristine look, there's nothing to complain about anyways. They're very minor. You could easily buff it out or I don't know, shine it up and stuff. So yeah, all in all, stitching looks good. Straps look good. The buckles are intact. No springs are fucking flying off or missing. The spikes are all screwed in mostly really well, at least for this boot. I'm not going through every one of these. So again, has the zipper on the side, which I'm happy for. It's got some shape holding cardboard in there to keep the shape, so that's cool. And then just this little Demonia marriage font D in there, or Old English, whatever you want to call it. There's marriage and there's Old English. They mostly look exactly the same, except for the bottoms of one of them has a bunch of fucking swoops. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna wear these more or my riots more. If you are just new coming here, I have a video on the riots, and like the riots, I'm also going to be doing a more than likely a 6-month and a 1-year update with how these look and how they're holding together and how the stitching and the glue and everything that goes into making these held up over the years. I've already worn the riots about 2 or 3 times now. They still look brand new. I've went all over town, caught the bus from here to the other side of town, walked all up and down there a couple of days in a row. So the blisters are slightly real, but also they could be a lot worse. With these kind of boots, you want to wear some thick socks. So not these thin, girly ankle socks that I've been kind of wearing lately. You want to wear some actual legit, like, work socks with them, or at least get socks that aren't ankle socks, because, well, these are obviously not ankle high and leather is going to rub up and down against it. And this is vegan leather, so it's mostly broken in already, and there's not too much to do break-in wise. It's pretty flexible. But if these were genuine leather, I don't know if there is a genuine leather option for the Gravediggers, which, by the way, that's what they are, the Gravediggers. It should be floating here for you guys to look at. So yeah, I'm not sure if there's like genuine leather or anything like that option for these, but I have the vegan leather. Just kind of what I picked. I don't really care. I mean, again, vegan leather is cool because you can feel nice about looking nice. You don't have to have any guilt about it coming from a cow factory or whatever the fuck. So at least there's that. Yeah, these are pretty badass. So again, this just the one boot. Let's get the other one out and take a look at it and see if it's holding up properly. And also has some safety foam on here for the spikes. See ya. Alright, so this one, exactly the same as the other one. And on inspection, also looks fine. The plates don't look like they're scratched at all. The spikes are well intact. They're all small screws in the back, apparently, but yeah, zipper's good. And then more cardboard to keep the shape. There's some glue going on this toe cap and a little bit of rusting. Kind of weird. I don't know if you can see that or not. But yeah, right there, there's some glue and oddly enough, some rust. But not going to complain because I don't care. I don't care that the rust is there. I don't care that there's a little bit of glue there. Adds character in my opinion. And I didn't really show the soles. Nothing crazy going on. There's no Demonia wording or like metal plate stuff going on here like the Riots had. Just your regular combat boot looking sole pattern. And then of course the giant wedges. They're not like 4-inch wedges like the fucking trash fill or the swings, but you know, enough platform that won't make me a monster, but also just something to play around with and to see if I do well with platform-ish type of boots. So pretty cool. And again, all the buckles and all the springs and stuff are intact. They don't seem like they've been messed with in any way. It doesn't look like they're going to come off in any way. And then the shield here, the plate is slightly bent to acclimate to your shin. All in all, the look of these online and the look of these in real life, pretty spot on. Nothing to complain about within the first glance. Not sure what the in-between part, as you can see, there's like rubber here and here. I'm not sure what the in-between part for the actual platforms is made out of. Kind of curious to see how long they hold up. I'm sure it'll hold up for a while, but it's definitely not rubber, so I'm interested to see how long that holds up. Namely, in the rain, because I know sometimes I'm not going to be able to predict what it's going to do that day, and if it starts raining, how well does vegan leather and whatever this shit's made of hold up against being wet? Guess we'll find out. Since there's already rust on here, I guess that's not stainless steel and could potentially rust. I don't know. That's kind of even cooler to me. Rusty metal steel toe caps. That's pretty dystopian. That's pretty steampunk. So don't really care. But it is something to think of if you do plan on buying these, because if it's not all stainless steel and it does get wet, non-stainless steel will rust. So something to think about, I guess. But yeah, I guess I will quickly run down me wearing them a bit, and then we will finish off the video and see how I feel in general about how they are. Alright, we're obviously doing the try-on part of this video in a new day, but I also wanted to wear pants that might fit inside the boots, because I definitely wasn't wearing those yesterday. But also, these pants aren't exactly the skinniest or leggings either, but that's, I guess, part of the point, because you want to see if these kinds of pants will fit in boots like this. So, find out with me, I guess. Alright. Alright, so, not gonna lie, I did a little prepping for this. I already laced them up as much as I could with work socks on, and I already put the insoles in, so just letting you know I did a little preparation for this video. Now the only part is figuring out how to get these pants inside the boots, or if it even happens. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna stick my foot in and hope for the best. So obviously gonna have to fold these pants a little bit on the inside, which isn't gonna be comfortable, but ideally you'd be wearing either skinnies, like skinnies, or leggings with these, I guess. Otherwise, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna do with your pants. They're like hanging up over your boots or something. So here we go. Let's do these up. That's a little tight at the calf. These bottom ones here stretch a bit. So, because there's like a little bit of elastic or whatever in there. These, not so much. Like, I can tug on them a bit. Don't want to do it too much because who the fuck knows how brittle vegan leather is. I don't know yet. Still only had the Riots for maybe a couple of weeks. But yeah, So these have to be on the last notch, which, as you can see, kind of takes the plate from the center of your foot and kind of tilts it this way a bit. Could be worse, I guess. The insoles feel nice at least. All right, let's try this one on. Also, platforms. I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to walk around platforms. I never had platforms in my life, so hopefully I don't fall over like a giraffe. I already got the long neck thing, so.
I'm just picturing it right now. And the noises. I'm sorry, I should not laugh.
Alright, so getting the foot in part wasn't too bad. My balance isn't too bad. These fucking pants are not super skinnies. They're just like, these pants are skinnies for people who are used to wearing baggy ass pants. So they're not like actual skinnies. They're like slim legs. So I don't know.
Okay, we're here for the boots, not the pants.
Right, but you also have to wear pants while you're wearing boots, and I'm explaining the difficulty of both of these situations.
I don't think you have to wear pants with boots.
I mean, if you have a lady, she might want to see you in just the boots, but that's a different TikTok video for sure. Also, follow me on TikTok, because I'm there now for some stupid reason. The videos, if you do join me on TikTok, are just going to be random, hilarious bullshit, and maybe some shoes. Alright, so here we go. They're done up. A little tight on my calves. Trying to stick these inside. Alright. Okay, so they're on. I don't have work socks on inside, but yeah. The funny thing is, I don't feel very wobbly in these platforms, and strangely enough felt more wobbly in the riots. I don't know if that's because it goes all the way up your calf or what, but I feel more stable in these. But also the soles are super chunky. Like, they're not just like, oh, we're gonna raise you up a bit. They're also very chunky and stable, so sort of like why your feet has toes. They stabilize you. And the big chunk of the platforms in these Frankenstein ass boots definitely stabilize you. So, you know, you can stomp some Nazi skulls in and not have to worry about falling over, and then go back to grave digging in your Gravediggers. Alright, well, they feel nice. The soles are stable. The insoles are nice and squishy, which, once again, recommend insoles. Love the shiny toe parts on this. Might have a new obsession.
You might.
Just might. The only complaint is that when you have to loosen up the straps, these don't kind of center out properly. But
so shiny.
Yeah, very shiny. They're very nice though. And that's the try-on portion. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. Alright, so there you go. There's a little rundown of me putting them on, giving a little bit of a show in them, seeing how I walk back and forth with them, kind of my general acquaintance with the boots and the platforms. It's not as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I thought my balance was going to be all over the place, but these things are wide enough and chunky enough to keep you pretty grounded. Now, after putting some insoles on and getting them fitted, I do find that I had to put them mostly all on the last setting instead of all done up like the riots were. So these, I feel like, are a little slimmer in the top of your foot and archway and on the sides a bit, because I like to wear these with work socks, and I also wanted to put some insoles on them back. So if I open this up, you'll see that it's not just Demonia at the bottom. I do have some blue insoles that are a few centimeters thick, so it gives a little bit more of an ease to step on when you're walking around them for a while, and not just the blunt, thin little insole they have built into it with the kind of unforgiving, unbending, chunky platform parts. So yeah, if you get these, you might want to not have too thick of calves. So if you've got like pretty big calves and you're wide legged, these might not be for you, because I might have a bit of a midsection because of having a beer gut. But my legs and my arms are still pretty skinny, and I had to put these on the last settings just to fit in the insoles and to accommodate the work socks, so it didn't dig into my heels and whatnot, and could break it in a little bit more. There's no, once again, it's vegan leather, you're not going to break it in too much more than what it already is, but yeah. So keep that in mind if you buy them. These are a size 11. I didn't mention that at the beginning either, just to allow for the extra like finger length on for the toe to be comfortable, and on the sides to be comfortable, so to allow for swelling of your feet if you walk too much, socks, insoles. So all in all, again, just keep all that in mind when you're buying shoes or boots from Demonia and places, or Doc Martens probably even. You don't want to have too small of boots cramping in, because then you won't have any room for extra stuff. But yeah, let me know what you think of these. These are pretty sweet. I gotta say, I might enjoy these a little bit more than the Riots. I wanted to have some tall ass combat boots, but then I also wanted these for just extra fucking metal points and like horror punk points for sure for the Lonely Cadaver project I have. And just I love a good cool boot. So yeah, let me know what you think. Also got another Heartless Infection shirt here, this time the blue on the light heather gray as opposed to the pink on the dark denim heather gray. But yeah, anywho, that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Please share with your friends who might be interested in getting some Demonias, so I can help them decide whether they want to get some or not. Do you have Demonias? If so, let me know which kind in the comment section below. Also, be sure to check out my Riot review, and look forward to my 6-month and 1-year updates for both of these boots. Cheers, and that's it. For Glory, for the Rebel Alliance, Slammerella out.
Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Pudding!
That's some nice pudding.